Welcome to Cooking at Home with New Zealand Creamery. This is Chef 𝘽𝙪𝙠𝙤𝗍𝗏 and today we're going to make Buko Pandan bread. It has three components. There's a bread that's made with pandan water and a little flavor and color for pandan. And I will also make a cookie topping with some desiccated coconut to enhance the coconut flavor. And it will also have a filling that is enriched with butter, some grated coconut, and some sugar. So now let's start. Here's the flour. Put together the yeast and the pandan water. This is just plain water boiled with some pandan leaves. Add a little sugar. Put the salt together with the flour. When making bread, make sure that the salt doesn't touch the yeast because it can kill the yeast, but instead feed it with sugar. It makes the yeast grow faster. Once the yeast is bubbly, you can add it in the flour. Add the milk and the butter. You can also add some pandan flavor and color just to enhance the flavoring. Cover it with plastic and leave it to rise in a warm place for around 1 hour. While the bread dough is rising, we can now make the filling. This filling will be rich with coconut, sweet, and buttery flavor. So this is some grated coconut, sugar, and butter. Just cook it until the sugar is melted and the coconut doesn't taste so raw anymore. Now it's done. I'll transfer it into a bowl to cool. Now we're done with the bread. We will now make the cookie topping. So first, cream the Queensland Butter and the sugar. Add the eggs. Mix the baking powder and the flour. Add the desiccated coconut. So just make sure that all the ingredients are mixed properly, and we need to chill it in the refrigerator for like 30 minutes before we can shape it. So transfer to a container, cover, and chill for around 30 minutes. So our pandan dough has beautifully risen, like around twice its size. I'll just take out all the bubbles. I'll knead it so it's smoother. So this is the chilled cookie dough that we will use as a crunchy topping. I'll also make 10 pieces. Now, I will fill the dough with this buttery and sweet coconut filling. So transfer in a baking sheet and top with a cookie. Shape the cookie into balls and flatten into discs, then place on top of the dough. We will let this dough rise for around 45 minutes until it's almost double in size before we bake it in a 160 degrees oven. After around 1 hour, the dough has doubled in size, so I'll just make sure, try to center the cookie in the dough, and we can put it in an oven and bake it for around 25 minutes. It's been around 25 minutes and I think our Buko Pandan bread is ready. There! Now we can plate it if it's slightly cool. It's best to eat it while still warm, but be careful that it's not too hot because the filling can be scorching hot when freshly baked. Okay, let's slice it. You can see that there's the coconut filling that's very buttery and sweet, and the topping is like a butter and coconut cookie that will give a crunchy texture in contrast to the soft bread. Here's our Buko Pandan bread made with Queensland Butter. This is Chef 𝘽𝙪𝙠𝙤 for cooking at home with New Zealand Creamery.